Okay, so it's day 5 of posting every single day for 31 days. And today's sort of lesson and topic I want to talk about is gratitude. Now, it's something I've wrestled with pretty much my whole life, like as soon as I sort of learned about, what even is gratitude. And there's been a lot of different definitions, and people had their own opinions over the year. And I think I'm the one that's actually cracked it. Not to sound like the most the person with the most gratitude or anything like that. Hell no. Like I'm very far on that journey from where I want to be. But like I was just watching a Huberman clip, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's like it's actually like it's not about writing things down. It's like getting it from other people." I'm like, "Nah, it's bollocks, mate." I understood it. I don't know if anyone else is. I've been subscribed to Mr. Tate's fucking email list for like 3 years now, and he sent one like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, and he's like, what did he say? He was talking about prison, and he's like, you guys are not grateful for what you have. He's like, even though I'm always grateful for the cars and the life that I live, and that I'm super rich, I can do whatever the hell I want, you know, sometimes that's still not enough. And he's like, and God had to, not punish him, but like, how do we word it? Basically, God threw him in a cell, in a Romanian jail cell, to remind him what real gratitude is. And he puts in the email, he's like, I came home, and he's like, music sounded unreal. He's like, your favorite song? He's like, you get to listen to it on repeat a million times. He's like, you don't even get one song in a Romanian prison cell. And then the second thing he talked about made me laugh. And he was like, and the biggest one of them all, he's like, my pillow. My fucking pillow. He's like, I was so grateful to have a pillow that was comfy and warm. And a pillow at all. And I was like, damn. And then he just basically, long story short, he finishes off the email like, are you grateful for your pillow? Probably not. And I was like, damn, like, it's hard to be grateful for something when you've already still got it, right? It's like, you'll never know what being, like, starving feels like. Everyone says, oh, I'm starving. It's like, you'll never know true starvation until you've actually, like, not been able to eat food and then having to fight those hunger things and, like, do the work that you need to do anyway. And then when you finally do get food, you're like, oh my god, this tastes amazing. And then very quickly, like, you just go into like NPC bot mode and you're just chomping through it, right, like a rabbit eating some lettuce. But I think it's interesting, the gratitude. To go back to what I was saying, I think I kind of figured it out. So I've been watching a lot of Hormozy recently as well, and his like some Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty shit. Where it's like we need to like find the maths and how to like produce gratitude, but it kind of works. And his whole idea is future pacing, like in sales, right? So, I don't know, I'll give you an example. If you wanted to be more... So here's what people do wrong, first and foremost. Oh, I'm grateful for my house, I've got a roof to sleep under, I can drink clean water, I've got, like, food I can eat, I've got a mobile phone I can talk to friends. Like, that's not fucking gratitude, mate. Because it's coming from a place of you just trying to list as much shit as possible. Like, you're not feeling it deeply. So, what Hormozy says is, like, future pace. Go, I don't know, if you want to be more grateful that for your partner or like your mum, like what I could think is, oh fuck, like there's going to be a future version of me when I'm like 40, 50, 60. Well, probably definitely not 60, but and like my parents might not be here, right? Or my mum might not be here. Like whoever you want to try and be grateful about. And then like you go into that emotion, you just for like a couple minutes and you're just like, fuck man, like how shit life would be without that person. Like so many unsaid things that you wanted to say to that person. And or you know, like you wanted to share memories with them, you wanted to live life with them, tell them some stuff, and then what you do is you snap back to the present and you go, "Holy fuck, that person's still alive, or that person's still well," or "Oh my god, like I was imagining myself as an 80-year-old man in like a fucking wheelchair, and my knees don't work anymore because like they're so jacked up." And it's like, oh my god, I'm 23 again, and my fucking legs like they're fine and they're healthy and they heal quick, and it's like, fuck, I'm gonna go on a run, right? But here's what I realize gratitude is, and I think there's no like one definition, but I think I've cracked it. What most people think is, oh, that's like happiness, right? It's like happiness can be just as poisonous of an emotion as anger and sadness, right? Because heroin addicts, they're happy when they do it, right? But is that good? Like, do you think it's good to do heroin? No. So just because they're happy doesn't mean it's good, right? But what I found is, okay, happiness is a byproduct because you think, thank fuck, that person is still alive. This is it. What you get is relief. Relief. Oh, fuck. I think about it, like, when you're in school, and you didn't revise for a test, and you're like, fuck, this is so difficult. You do it, you're like, I definitely failed that exam, and the teacher's given a, he comes to the results day, the teacher's like handing them out, give one to that person, they give that to that person, and they get to you, and they kind of like pause, and you're like, fuck, you're like, please don't be shit, please don't be shit, and they give you it, and you get like a B, and you're just like, huh, you're like, okay, like, that's not too bad. I'm not going to get a fucking detention. I don't feel shit. Some people got like a D or an F. Like, huh, relief, right? You're not like dead happy because you're like, fuck, I didn't do in the work and I probably didn't actually deserve that grade. I probably got a bit lucky there. But you get relief. And I think that is the main thing with gratitude. It is relief. If you want to feel gratitude for something, you need to feel relief. So it's all good just saying, I'm grateful for my house because it's warm. It's like, no. You need to imagine a horrible fucking situation where your house gets wrecking balled, a tornado hits, I don't know, it gets fucking blown up to smithereens. Just something. Something truly, like, horrific. And, you just like, I've lost, say like if you're older and you've got children as well, you're like, the house has been absolutely destroyed. And what am I going to do for my children? Oh, they need to go to school, and how am I going to feed them and all this? Like, it gets horrible, right? And then you snap back to reality and you go, huh, I that's not my life, Shit, like, I've got a roof over my head. I'm safe. I can watch YouTube videos if I wanted to and eat food. Wow. Like, how grateful you become for your house. And so, how I tried to apply this morning, this is quite funny to me. I had some chicken goujons, some co-op ones. And I was on my iPad, I was watching a couple random YouTube videos. And I was like, I think I ate like one of them. And I was, the Tate thing was popping in my mind. It's like, are you actually grateful? And I was like, okay. So I paused the YouTube, turned off my iPad. And I chopped up my chicken, there's little goujons. And every time I just kept thinking, I was like, eat slow. I was like, really think about the chicken. It sounds so weird, but it's like, because you take it for granted. And I was like, fork the chicken. Dip it in my ketchup. Some of the best chicken I've ever had. Why? Because I was grateful. The reframe I had in my head, I didn't even need to go that deep. I just like pictured almost like sand dune desert kind of shit, or like medieval forest or something. It was kind of like my mind will spin things very quickly. And I'd been traveling for 3 days. I was at the last of my water reserves. And I've just stumbled across a village, and they're like, oh, weary traveller, like, we need to feed you, we need to, like, heal you, and, you're in some weird little tavern, and they just give you, like, a weird chicken leg. It looks okay, it looks kind of mid. And that first bite, and you're like, oh, I forgot how good food tastes. Fuck, man. And I felt that with my goujons. Every single bite, I was like, this is some of the best chicken I have. It's fucking co-op processed shit, bro, like... And it's crazy, the power of the mind, but I think that's it. It's relief. That's what it is. It was like quenching your thirst. When you've gone for a run, if you do running it, some strenuous task at the gym, and you finally get to drink water, you're like, oh, this is the best water I've ever drank. Like, this is hitting the spot. It's like that. It's relief. So every bite of that chicken, I just went straight back to, like, if I forget, I'd be like, man, I've been traveling for 3 days. I need to get some food quick. This is not good. And then you get the food and you're like, this is the best food ever. And then I was just drinking like my Coca-Cola as well. And I tried to imagine the same thing where it's just like, you've not drank in 2 days. You're like close to the brink of death. And then you kind of snap back. You're like, oh, I'm not. Or you stay in that mind. You drink and you're like, every sip is just like nectar. It's like an elixir of life. And people just like, oh, you're doing too much. That's not. It's like, no, that's gratitude, right? How the fuck I do it with the pillow? Pretty hard, but it's doable. So yeah, I think that's what it is. True gratitude is about relief, right? So when everyone's like trying to do these bullet point lists, like in their journal, I'm grateful for my phone, I'm grateful for my friends. No, you need to do the opposite. You need to be like, you need to think, if I didn't have any of my friends, like if they were all wiped tomorrow by something, how shit would I feel? Fuck, like, and then you start going down this little quick rabbit hole, and you're just like, fuck, like, I'd have no one to talk to about these things. I wouldn't be able to have, like, those inside jokes and shared memories. All those nights we stayed up late talking to each other at, like, 2 a.m. on, like, I don't know, like a Discord or a PS4 chat. And you're like, fuck, like that life would be substantially worse. And then you snap back to the present. You go, fuck, all those friends are still here. I'm gonna message them all right now. I love you, friend. I love you. Like, what the fuck, you weirdo? But it's like, because you get relief, you're like, fuck, like, I get potential another 20, 30, 40, 50 more years with these people. That is what gratitude is. So, if you've been being ungrateful recently, maybe it's time to take things a bit slower, really think about what you're doing, and think about how it could all be taken away from you, and then think about how that would affect you, and you know what to do. Snap back to reality. Oh, the ghost rabbit. Oh, the ghost rabbit. He mad. No, I don't know the words, but you know what I mean. But yeah, the point is, that's my lesson for today. I don't agree with Huberman. I don't think it's about, oh yeah, like someone else should be giving it to you. No, gratitude is about relief.